The day I got fired, my wife was 8 months pregnant. I had $347 in my bank account. And my boss, the man I'd worked for 12 years, looked me dead in the eye and said, "We're going in a different direction." Different direction. That's corporate speak for, "You're disposable." My name is David Chen. I was 40 years old. I had a mortgage. A baby on the way. And absolutely no backup plan. That night, I sat in my car in the parking lot for 2 hours. I couldn't go home. I couldn't face my wife. How do you tell the woman carrying your child that you just lost everything? But here's what I didn't know sitting in that car: I was exactly 18 months away from building a business that would make more in 1 month than I made in an entire year at that company. Week 1 after being fired, I did what everyone does. I updated my resume. I applied to 50 jobs. I got 3 responses. All rejections. Week 2, I started panicking. My severance would last 8 weeks. That's it. My wife, Sarah, she tried to stay positive. But I could see the fear in her eyes. Week 3, our daughter was born. Emma Grace Chen. 7 pounds, 4 ounces. And I'm holding this tiny human, and all I can think is, I failed you before you even opened your eyes. That thought kept me up at night. And one of those sleepless nights at 3 a.m., feeding Emma while Sarah slept, I started scrolling on my phone. I wasn't looking for anything specific. Just distracted. I came across a video. Some guy talking about how he was making money online by solving a simple problem for local businesses. He wasn't selling a course. He wasn't pitching anything. He was just explaining what he did. The problem? Local businesses had terrible websites. Or no website at all. But they were too busy to fix it. And they didn't trust the big expensive agencies. I had a skill I never thought was valuable. For 12 years at my old job, I'd built internal dashboards and tracking systems. I knew basic web design. I knew how to make things work. That morning, at 6 a.m., I made a list of every restaurant, gym, and small business within 5 miles of my house. I sent each one the same email: "Your website loads in 8 seconds on mobile. 53 of people leave before it even opens. I can fix that in 48 hours for 500. No contract. No risk. You only pay if you're happy." I sent 40 emails. I got 7 responses. 3 said yes. 1,500. In 1 week. Working from my kitchen table while Emma slept in her bassinet next to me. But here's the thing nobody tells you about rock bottom: once you hit it, you stop being afraid of falling. I didn't care about looking stupid anymore. I didn't care about experience or credentials. I just cared about solving problems and getting paid. Month 2, I made 4,000. Month 3, 8,000. Month 6, I hired my first employee, another dad who got laid off from the same company that fired me. By month 12, we had 8 employees. We weren't just building websites anymore. We were building entire digital systems for local businesses, booking systems, customer tracking, automated marketing. By month 18, we signed a client that paid us $40,000 for one project. My first year's salary at the old company was $62,000. We just made that in 6 weeks. Today, our business generates over $2 million a year. We have 15 employees. Most of them are people who got let go from corporate jobs. People the system said were disposable. Getting fired at 40 wasn't the end of my story. It was the beginning. Because here's what I learned: your job isn't your safety net. Your skills are. Your ability to solve problems is. Your willingness to look stupid and try anyway is. the company that fired me. They shut down 2 years later. My former boss sent me a LinkedIn message asking if we were hiring. I hired him. Not to be petty, but because I remembered what rock bottom felt like. And nobody deserves to stay there. If you're reading this and you just lost your job, or you're scared you might, or you're just tired of feeling disposable, hear me, you're not starting over. You're starting smarter. The best thing that ever happened to me was getting fired at 40. Because it forced me to bet on myself. And that's a bet I'd make again. Every single time. End card. Subscribe for more true comeback stories.